While at CES 2022, DroneDJ had the opportunity to speak with the owner of Autel, Maxwell Lee, about the company's nano and light drone releases. Hope you enjoy.
How we summarize, this trade show, like what we bring out that is new, is just 2 platforms, 4 payloads, and four new drones, in that combination. So what we have here is the Nano Series. This is the most affordable of all of our drones, in a 249 gram category. The key features of this is a few things. Number one is the only drone of this size to have advanced obstacle avoidance. So you got front, rear, and the bottom. And then you've got the brand new Autel Skylink transmission. So it's triple band, 5.8, 5.2, 2.4. I can pretty much confidently say that we've done our internal testing. This will perform better than that of our competitors. So, for all those influencers out there, you're welcome to try to test out the image transmission against that of our competitor. No problem. And another key feature is that, the payload. We've always put very strong emphasis on the camera quality. The Evo 1s, the Evo 2s, 6K, 8K. We always import German glass onto the lens. Never like acrylic or plastic or anything like that. So what you're seeing here is a 1/2-inch sensor for the Nano, right? The most affordable, but even the most affordable one has better sensor than that of the other, ultralight drone. So that will be just the overall view of the Nano. So then what we have here is the Lite Plus, and how you can differentiate these two is that you can see that there's a red ring around the payload sensor itself. The platform is the same. You are going to get the 6.4 miles from the Skylink image transmission. You're going to get the obstacle avoidance, but in the payload, you're getting a 1/1.28 inch RYYB sensor. So how much do you know about RYYB?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. So this is a brand new technology from the sensor is made from Sony, but the technology is developed in a joint partnership between Leica and Huawei.
Okay.
And basically, it's like a triple super partnership. And essentially, it lets in 40% more light. It's different from RGB technology completely. The filter array lets in a yellow light, which has a wider spectrum. So what this means to the average user, to us, is that night shot performance will be just outstanding. So this is 1/1.28 or 0.8 inches. That will pretty much beat a lot of the 1-inch sensors that's currently out on the market. So this will be like your super compact, for those photographers who want to bring a compact drone. They want the video quality, they want the camera quality, but they don't necessarily want to bring something as bulky as the Lite Series or the Evo 2 or any drone of that category. So don't think of it as like a micro drone, like a toy. Think of it as a toned down light, a toned down.
It packs everything you need it to be with a smaller package, so you can take it with you.
Oh yeah,
you don't have to worry about space.
On my mountain biking trips, on my hiking trips, this is it. This is the drone to get.
Awesome. And what was the idea when you were going through all the different features you're going to add to this drone? Like how was kind of the process of deciding? We wanted to have obstacle avoidance in this.
I see.
Yeah.
I think to a point is like there's a natural progression of technology. DJI came out with their mini series, and they're the first on the market with it. And over time, I think customers expect just the evolution, right? We've seen obstacle avoidance on so many products now. I think it's the right time to bring it to the smaller drones, and especially since most of the users are relatively new when they grab something like this. They need all the protection they get.
Yes. Yes, I've almost crashed my Mini several times in the trees already. So I appreciate. I'll be looking forward to flying this one out.
Absolutely.
And trying it. While we're here, the controller, I actually got to hold it, and it's It's probably it's my favorite controller that I've held. I used in high school played video games all day.
Oh yes.
Best controller I've ever held still to this date is the Xbox 360 controller, and it feels very similar to that. So what was kind of the design process for making this controller?
So the design process is relatively quite simple. We were talking to our development team, and then basically we're saying like what works, right? We've made the foldable controller before. Customers may not have liked it so much due to the ergonomics. Yeah. And then we just say like reference to tried and true video game controllers. Like it just works. It feels nice.
It does, yeah.
And then the
Perfect.
internal structure is like everything is laid out. This thing has been on the market for years and years.
Yeah.
Why not just like if anything broke?
Yeah, no, if they don't
Right,
fix it,
like,
they'll fix it.
like look at this, right? How simple it is. There's no need for the antennas. It just opens up, plop your phone in, you get your 6.4 or 7.2 miles of range. Done.
Perfect.
Right.
I love that ideology.
Yeah.
Just what works, just use that, because I've
This
tried,
works.
of course the DJI has their controller one with the phone. It just feels, it works. It just doesn't feel, natural.
Yes,
that just felt
absolutely.
natural to hold in my hands right away.
Thank you.
Yes. So okay, let's talk about the Lite here.
So here, what we have here are the Lite series. Here's the Lite. Here's the Lite Plus. So the Lite will use a similar RYYB sensor, right, to that of the Nano Plus series. Then users will be like, wait. Then why am I paying so much extra money for the Lite Plus? Well, there's a few distinct advantages that a Lite Plus offers, right? It's running on the Lite platform. That means it has more powerful chipsets. It can offer better bit rate. It can just get more from the sensor technology itself. Now, speaking about the sensor, right? 0.8-inch RYYB sensor, 40% more light. It's a 4-axis gimbal. So the internal sensor, it rotates vertically. Okay. So let's say that you're trying to shoot your social media shots, your Instagram, your YouTube shorts, your Twitter, I suppose. Yep. I'm a bit falling out of the times.
I feel the same way.
But basically, you don't want to crop the sides because you're losing out on the portion of the picture. So you just press a button, it rotates vertically. You get your cropless, full resolution social media stuff.
That's smart. Yeah.
And to extend the philosophy, all these drones run on the Lite, not on the Lite, on the Sky app, right? The brand new Sky app. And essentially the focus is, it is insanely easy to use. It is as easy as using an iPhone, just swipe your portrait modes. And once you take a photo, you can download everything onto your phone in 15 seconds or less, and then you're off to social, you're off to share, you're off to your friends to show, hey, what a great shot. No need to take the SD card out from the drone, find an SD card reader, find a dongle, plug into my Mac, and try to make it work. It is still possible of doing it. We have the SD card slots, but we offer the user just a much more streamlined way of getting info out very, very quickly. But going back to the Lite platform, what we made changes to, right? So compared to the Nano Plus, is that you get a 4-axis sensor, gimbal. You get the better flight platform, the more powerful chips, the better bit rate. You get the better flight time. So we have 40 minutes of flight time, and we have 7.2 miles of range on this unit. Triple band with the Skylink image transmission. And then finally, we have the ultra-wide obstacle avoidance sensors right here. So these have 105 degrees of FOV. We've seen the DJI units. They kind of very brutalist. They just put 2 sensors, one on top of each other.
Yeah.
This, you get the same performance. You don't have to. It flies like this. It can still see up front.
Nice.
So I believe this is a lot more elegant solution than
it looks
using,
a little, the DJI one, it looks a little alien-like or insect-like.
Yes.
It has a whole bunch of eyes everywhere.
It's a bit of eyes.
Yeah, this is a lot more elegant.
Yeah, we've innovated the obstacle avoidance technology with our newest AI team in the Bay Area, so they are able to bring us updated autonomous features.
Oh, very nice product.
So, thank you. And then finally, we have the Lite Plus with the 1-inch 6K CMOS with adjustable aperture.
This one seems like it's the one that's going to be everyone's going to be wanting to buy.
Yeah, this is going to be yes, absolutely. A traditional CMOS, RGB sensor, is tried and true. People know the performance of a 1-inch.
Yeah.
And that is going to be performing. And then people may have questions. Well, what is the difference between the sensor here and the Evo 2 6K?
Yeah.
Right. They're both 1-inch. They're both 6K. Well, they use a different and updated sensor. It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
So we get sensor from Sony, right? We import a raw lens from Germany, and it's brand new. It's all updated. And then we've also added additional post-processing features, such as our Moonlight algorithm, which will basically allow this drone to do some amazing night shots, night scenes, boost it up to 64,000 ISO and still get almost no noise.
Nice.
So for a lot of our sample pictures at night, amazing photos, this is the drone to do night shots as well. So that's just a broad overview of all the drones here. With the exception of the Lite and the Nano, I think everything else is shipping January 15th.
Awesome.
Yes.
So you have, of course, the Evo 2 is going to be sticking it with like the enterprise solutions you have. It's a phenomenal product. I was talking to the guy pilot; he loves flying the Evo 2 still. It's a great, platform. But like cinematography-wise, it looks like the Lite Plus is kind of moving into that spot to be replacing kind of the stock Evo 2.
To a certain extent, yes and no. Currently, the Sky app is kind of bare bones consumer app, and that's where we are placing it for now. Only Evo 2 gets the mission planning. Only Evo 2 gets the true omnidirectional obstacle avoidance.
Okay.
How they cram so many sensors in there on the sides. Like, it's not as elegant as this, but that thing just works. It flies like a brick, but that thing just works. And the Evo 2 has been out for 2 years now. We got a lot of the bugs worked out. It's got an ecosystem of third-party software, SDKs, and stuff like that. So it's gonna stay for a bit. And it is unlikely that Lite, at its current form, will take the commercial segment of the Evo 2. But for the prosumer side, maybe, yeah.
I know you guys just announced these new products, but I have to ask, what are you looking at, Autel as a company, 5 years? Like what type of spaces are you looking to extend into, or, what are you looking to see from the industry?
I see. The drone industry there's a lot of opportunities in the drone industry. We're at a point where our platform technologies, our hardware has matured to a level that we are relatively happy with. With our latest generation, we're getting better every time at making drones. The delays are not as long, per launch/release of the physical product.
Yeah.
And two segments, I would say, right? Consumer side, we will still focus on consumer side. We will remain competitive against everybody here on the market, even though there's less companies out there now for drones.
Yeah.
I would like more to join to
more competition.
to see what everybody's doing to expand the market. Competition is great. It gets a bit lonely here in CES being the only drone manufacturer kind of.
And then you have like Sony over there.
And then that's it. Where's everybody else? What happened to South Hall when we had a whole floor with all the interesting ideas?
Yeah.
So I miss these guys. I truly do. But for consumer, we will be continuing making consumer drones. What you're seeing is, again, the maturity of our base technology. So we're going to expand it, like make it bigger, make it smaller. So you will see more nanos, you will see more lights, you will see more, Evo 2s, and drones of that caliber, like kind of positioning. And then as for the enterprise stuff, that's where we will really go into the autonomous. Like L4, L5, like autonomy for drones. That's what you see with our Evo Nest out in the back, complete autonomous self-charging drone swarms, doing autonomous patrol, autonomous mapping. That's where we would like to be in 5 years.
Awesome. Thanks. And if you have time, if you really want to go check out the Dragonfish as well.
Please.
Yeah. So the Dragonfish is, of course, we were told earlier that it kind of replacing a helicopter. It can fly for several hours. It can do, track people from kilometers away. This is definitely very much enterprise, very much going towards governments and maybe very high.
This will be
large corporations.
non-militarized, non-weaponized.
Of course.
Mostly security purposes. Other governments like to use this because just how versatile the platform is. There are a few key benefits of this thing. Right, this is our biggest bird currently on the show. Right, this thing flies for 3 hours. It can fly for up to 100 miles in one direction, as in the video transmission. And then the whole thing just packs away in about, I'll say, this is a big one, so 5 to 6 minutes with a team of 2 or less.
How long can you, from having it all packed together to flying, how long does it take?
I'll say we've done our testing for the current Dragonfish is 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes setup to 5 minutes takeoff. So this should be within 10 minutes. No problem. It's just bigger. The system is the same. And you pack it all up, toolless assembly. You can pack it into the back of your truck, into the back of like a large SUV. This will fit. And again, this thing requires no runways, no infrastructure. You can just drop this at a parking lot or a grassy lawn and it will work. There's no need to throw it. There's no need for a launcher, slingshot. When it lands, it's not crash landing. It doesn't require parachutes. You can land this and take off however many times you want.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's just very, very easy to use, right? And also, like you're in the air, you're doing some not so smart maneuvers,
Yeah.
and it's stalling out, right? Well, it's not going to stall because these rotors are just going to tilt vertically, and it becomes a quadcopter.
Yeah.
I can crab walk, like I basically fly in this at like, I say 250 feet in the air, and then I just press the back button until it slows down, and it's just hovering there like
So it's very. So I know it's that you don't need a lot of training.
Yeah, you don't need a hell of a lot of training. It flies itself basically with our mission planning tablet here. You
plan
your
missions out. That is a big controller.
Oh yeah, it's big.
Can I hold it?
Yeah. Please do.
That is some weight too, but it feels with some straps just holding it down here.
Yeah, with the strap, we have a tripod mount at the bottom. You can upload missions onto this tablet, or you can just plan it out yourself here. It takes like 2 seconds, 20 seconds, 2 minutes. Just tap, 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 and it goes where you want to go. You don't worry about flying the drone. You just worry about controlling this camera, and the drone will fly itself.
And this will run your software, or?
Oh yeah, it runs proprietary. Well, it runs on Android, and then we have our own app built on Android.
Awesome.
Within this tablet, so you can load third-party apps in the future if you want.
Awesome. Cool.
So I mean, again, Big Bird, what can this do, right? What is it meant to do? Starting from the top, we're doing security. Let's say some border patrol, maritime patrols. China fishermen, they always stealing fish off the coast of South America. Well, some people would like this to take off from the decks of boats and to patrol the waters to make sure that there's no illegal activity, fishing, drugs, maybe at ports for security. Big pit mining operations. You want to fly this around to map the mine. You want this to do perimeter security. Let's say oil pipelines, hundreds of miles of pipelines. People steal oil from that. There's security issues. You want this thing to be flying over it with that 50 times zoom. Yeah. The HD thermal laser rangefinder. You want to know where the suspects are.
Well, the different payloads you have available, you have them lined up here.
Yes.
Are these only available on this version of the Dragonfish?
With the exception of the L50T, which is the 50 times zoom, everything else fits on all other platforms.
Awesome.
And we are open to cooperation for any third-party payloads. This is just a kind of like an idea with our existing customers what they're looking for. So we made it.
Yeah,
awesome. It's pretty open. Again, this is a platform. This thing, again, the Dragonfish series. We will make bigger aircraft. We will make smaller aircraft. Eventually, right? This unit is a fully operational unit. This is not a prototype. We brought this back from the Hong Kong, Macau region, I believe. They were doing some drug trafficking flights. They were detecting, drug traffickers with the boats in the Bay, like in the Greater Bay region.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's fully functional. Here, have a look at one of the batteries.
That's something happen. You can put, is this one of them, or you can put two of them in there?
Oh yeah, we have two of them. You do need two to fly.
Okay.
But it's a redundant system, so if one battery does fail, they will not fall out from the sky.
And the replaceable, so you can purchase more, land it, put two more in.
Yeah, put two more in, out again. Like electric VTOL is just a much simpler system to run and operate. You can just find any wall plug and then you can just charge these. I mean, a long time, but you can just charge these. If you're running on, like a traditional engine system, well, they're very loud. They take a lot of maintenance. Every 50 hours, they need oil changes. Every 100 hours, they need an engine inspection/rebuild. This thing, 200 hours, you just check the motors. If you need to be swapped, they get swapped. And
everything's very quickly repairable, and you don't need to send it in for someone to repair it.
We don't need a whole department, of mechanics to know how to operate this. You just send them back, send them forward.
Oh, nice, awesome. So, back to you. Very awesome system you have here. Well, thank you so much for sharing sharing us the booth here at CES.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.